some breaking news coming in from the Supreme Court on the SEBI probe into the Adani Group, and let's go across to Arvind for more on this. And Arvind, the top court panel has given a clean chit to the Adani Group. Explain.
Gargi, the Supreme Court appointed committee headed by retired Supreme Court Judge Justice A.M. Sapre has submitted its report to the Supreme Court, and today the report of the expert committee has been made public. And going through the report, it clearly shows that the expert committee has said that Prima Facie there seems to be no violation on the part of Adani Group of companies when it comes to three allegations. One, the allegation includes manipulation of stock prices, and also regarding the related party transactions, and also the third one regarding the minimum shareholding pattern. On all these three counts, Prima Facie, the committee has not found anything substantiative to prove any violation of the existing laws, and that's where the expert committee has submitted its report. The expert committee has also told the Supreme Court that SEBI has sought time to complete its investigation, but as of this moment, nothing has come to the notice of the committee to prove that there has been some kind of a violation on any of these three existing laws. So that's where the expert committee, in a way, Prima Facie, they have said that there seems to be no violation on the part of Adani Group of companies on the allegations that have been leveled by the Hindenburg report.
All right. So, Arvind, Prima Facie, they have found no violations. However, the probe will continue for another few months?
Because, Gargi, if you could see, the expert committee was constituted in order to oversee the investigation that was carried on by the SEBI, and that's where the expert committee has told that because SEBI has sought some in order to get into the alleged transactions that are under the investigation in this particular case, and that's where Supreme Court committee had said that for no, because nothing has been brought to the notice, and nothing in any of their investigation, they could not get any substantive proof to prove that there seems to be any kind of a wrongdoing, and that's where the committee has said that Prima Facie, it seems to be a case of no violation of any of the laws on all these three counts on which the allegations were leveled by the Hindenburg.
Right, and Arvind, if you can just go through what the allegations were, the reason for this panel being set up to investigate. This is after the Hindenburg report had made certain claims about the Adani Group.
Yeah, Gargi, because the Supreme Court expert committee was appointed by the Supreme Court when SEBI told the court that they are already looking into the matter, and that's why Supreme Court constituted its own committee to assist or to oversee this particular investigation that is being carried out by SEBI. So Supreme Court appointed committee also sought all kind of information from SEBI, not just from SEBI, because if you could read the report, SEBI has also sought information from both CBDT, Central Board of Direct Taxes, and also from Enforcement Directorate. Because if you could see on two allegations, one regarding the shareholding pattern, regarding the beneficial owners of the FPI, that is foreign portfolio investors, in that particular case, because that comes under the Prevention of Money Laundering Act, ED was also looped into this particular matter by SEBI, and SEBI sought information from ED, but because the FPI, the foreign portfolio investors, have already disclosed the kind of beneficiaries of the FPIs, and also Adani Group of companies has also given their own director list, but looking into all the data that has been provided through SEBI, that's where the committee has said that Prima Facie there seems to be no violation that has come before the committee based on the investigation that has been carried out by SEBI as on date, and that's where the Supreme Court appointed committee has also told in almost 160-70 odd pages report where nothing substantive have come in front of them to prove that there seems to be a case of wrongdoing in any of these three counts.
Right, and Arvind, this a matter being investigated after several petitions came to the Supreme Court. If you could just remind the viewers on all these developments that have taken place.
Gargi, almost 3 petitions were filed in Supreme Court seeking a Supreme Court monitored probe into the kind of allegations that were leveled by Hindenburg on Adani Group of companies, and that's where when the matter was taken up for hearing, SEBI told the court through Solicitor General that they have already seized of this particular matter, and an investigation is already underway, and that's why Supreme Court said that they will also appoint a Supreme Court expert committee in order to oversee this investigation, not just because SEBI told the court that they are already looking into this particular matter, but Supreme Court also wanted to know whether there were any lapses on the part of SEBI. And that's why Supreme Court also asked this expert committee to look into the role of SEBI, whether there were any lapses on regulatory framework or whether there were any lapses on the part of SEBI. So Supreme Court monitored committee in a way has given a clean sheet saying that there seems to be no lapses on the part of SEBI, and also there need not be the regulatory framework is also very much enough that could look into all this matter, and that's why SEBI in a way has said that there seems to be no lapses on the part of SEBI, no further regulatory framework needed, and also on this particular allegation, specific allegations against Adani Group of companies, the expert committee has said that Prima Facie no violation has been found in the investigation that has been conducted so far.
All right, so that is the big breaking news coming in right now. Arvind, do stay on with us, but a committee set up by the Supreme Court has said in its report that it currently cannot conclude there has been any regulatory failure on the part of SEBI on allegation of price manipulation in the Adani Group as alleged by the Hindenburg Group in its report earlier, and this was investigated though. Arvind, as you're telling us, this is what we know about the report. However, the probe will continue for the next few months.
Because Gargi, SEBI has filed an application in Supreme Court saying that on the specific issue of that alleged suspicious transaction on 13 counts, and that's why SEBI has sought for more time to complete its investigation. On that aspect, Supreme Court has given almost 2 more months or 3 more months or 2 more months for SEBI to complete its investigation. So SEBI has been asked to submit an updated status report in the month of August, and Supreme Court has given more time for SEBI. On this particular expert committee report, the Supreme Court has ordered that the expert committee report should be shared with all the parties, and then the Supreme Court has asked the parties to assist the court on the findings of the expert committee in the next date of hearing, that's on July 11th. So on July 11th, the contents of the report will be discussed in the open court, but in the meantime, Supreme Court had ordered the registry to serve the copy of the expert committee report to all the parties so that the parties can make arguments on the next date of hearing, that's on July 11th. So on July 11th, Supreme Court will be discussing the contents of this very report, but SEBI has been given time at least till August to complete its investigation, because SEBI sought some more time to look into the transaction details that have been alleged in the report.